This is the Man in a Room podcast.
You're listening to Man in a Room.
Taro and tea, it's a beverage and divinity. Ooh, yes, here we are again for an episode of Taro and tea. So let's just quickly shuffle the old cards. Here we go. Today's tea is quite a simplistic tea, a tea that I've had many times over, and I know I'm going to enjoy it. Because after last week's tea, not a fan of it. This week's tea, I thought, you know what, I want stuff I'm definitely going to enjoy. You know, I'm going to treat myself, yeah? So I've got a lovely cup of Twinings Earl Grey. Let me just have a quick old sip of the old Earl Grey, because I do like Earl Grey. And I find it bamboozling that some people don't drink Earl Grey, or have never tried Earl Grey. Oh, that's so good. So Earl Grey, I can only really describe as very perfumey and floral. And very, very nice. The way, there's actually a massive debate. Do you put milk in your Earl Grey, or do you just leave it black? Do you leave the bag in, all this kind of stuff? I just make it like a normal cup of tea with an Earl Grey bag in it instead of a normal tea bag. And you know what? It makes me happy. Yeah. So yeah, have another sip of that because it's actually really good. Okay, so the tarot. Here we go. So the way it's going to work is simple. There's going to be 3 cards drawn, one for the past, one for the present, and one for the future. The present is the one that's supposed to put into perspective what happened in the past, you see? And the past one is supposed to be like, oh, hang on a second, that sounds very familiar to me. So, you know, the past bit will be like, that happened to me, or that happened to somebody I know. Present, and then the future, which could change, we don't know. It's just like a little heads up of what possibly can be, or it might not be, depending on your point of view. So anyway, here we go. The first card today is the Star. It's basically one of the higher arcana. And the best way I can only really describe this is there is a naked lady on here. I can see both of her breasts. And she's basically tipping water. Well, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It was a massive star. Obviously, that's where the name of the card gets from. So basically, this naked lady, and she's got 2 jugs. No, I mean actual physical jugs. She's got a jug that's tipping water onto the floor, and a jug that's tipping water into a puddle. And there's also a bird in a tree. So you know, maybe you had a problem with your bath. Maybe the temperature of your bath was too hot. So basically, you're trying to pour some cold. If you've had a bath recently at night, this one could be for you. You know, not just for ladies. It could be a gentleman as well. So yeah. Oh, hang on a second. Look at this. Now, so the past, you've had trouble getting a good temperature of your bath. Now this one is the moon. So we've got the stars and the moon. The present is the moon. What? You heard me shuffle these cards. So basically is a moon with a face, the man in the moon. And there's these 2 dog-type creatures. I'm going to say wolves because, you know, they're baying. They are baying the old ooh stuff. I won't do the old joke about being a werewolf and being okay now, because that's very obvious. And, you know, it says basically they're on the side of a river or something, because very strangely there appears to be some sort of lobster coming out. So, you know, there's 2 dogs on a full moon, I'm going to assume. And, yeah, so the present, if it's a full moon, and you have, you know, and previously you've had trouble, you know, but yeah, it's just if you hear dogs wooling at the moon with a lobster, yeah. So it's at night. So if it's nighttime and you're having trouble with like you can hear dogs barking and there's like a lobster crawling around, you know, things. So you know, things aren't too bad. I mean, your bath water might not be good, but at least there's some dogs going around and a lobster. And the future, this is the 2 of Wands, and there is a gentleman here who's holding the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands, and he's looking out, and he's all like, ooh, balcony. There's 2 wands here with me. He's in a red cloak as well, and a hat, and he's wearing orange boots. So basically, I would say, you know, if the future could possibly hold, you know, maybe space travel. You know, space travel, that could be a thing. Or just maybe you get a nice globe or something like that. So I was about to say for Christmas then. You know, do people give globes for Christmas? I have no idea. But maybe, if you've had trouble getting good bath water, you might be getting a globe for Christmas. What about that? Think about that. So yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah. Anyway, this has been Tarot and Tea. It's beverage and divinity.
Who is the man? Where is the room? It's some guy you've never heard of, in a room you've never been in. For more information, head over to maninaroom.co.uk.